I'm going to show you my 8-figure strategy that I used on one of my clients to reduce their NCCPA from $474 to just $150, which then enabled them to scale to $600K per month just from Facebook and over 1 million per month in revenue within just 2 months after starting with us. So when we started out, they had different campaigns for different funnel stages. For example, top of funnel campaigns, middle of funnel campaigns, and so on. That by itself is an inefficiency because whenever you have multiple campaigns that are targeting the same audience, it's an inefficiency because then the campaigns start competing against each other, just as if you would run another ad account and then compete against that other ad account. If you exclude audiences and make sure that there's no overlap whatsoever, that can work. However, in this case, it was kind of overcomplicating and also testing different bid strategies and so on. So what we did here is consolidating the ad account into just one main super campaign where we did testing, where we did scaling, where we had top funnel ads, middle of funnel ads, bottom of funnel ads, everything. So we started by transitioning them into this kind of structure to simplify the account and set it up for scaling. The way we did it is by launching new ads only in the new main campaign and basically just letting the other campaigns dry out by not launching any new ads in there. And then over time, of course, the ads that were running there burned out. We had to reduce the budgets until eventually we turned those campaigns off. That's a process that can take time. If you want to learn more about the one campaign structure and also how to transition to that, I will have videos linked in the video description. Check it out later. Now, after we did it, we already started to get better performance, but the main action started from here. Because their second problem was that their launches have been inconsistent, but also they have been mainly running and launching ads that mainly make sense for middle of funnel people and for customers. So basically, if you were interested and already warm and already knew about the brand, then you would stop and you would be interested in the ads. But if not, then not. Because to make a person stop who doesn't care whatsoever and who's completely cold is much more challenging than to advertise to existing customers and people who already know you and like you. And this is why we focused fully on top of funnel ads. Another issue that they had is that the creative style was always kind of the same. Because it is an apparel brand, they were just running high quality shots, and that makes sense for branding and identity building for a fashion brand. But the issue with doubling down on just one style that performs for you is that over time, and I see this with many brands, over time, this kind of style starts to attract the same audience over and over again. And you see frequencies rising and you see that Facebook keeps kind of targeting the same kind of people. And this is where your cost per acquisition rises as well. And basically you're blocked from scaling profitably. So this is why we just focused on top funnel ads. And instead of those like high quality production ad creatives, we also produce more UGC style creatives, very raw, authentic videos where people just talk about it, where people just recommend it. We even ran a split test where we saw that even removing subtitles, even though it like destroys the video hold rate, increases the ad performance and the overall conversion rate from the ad much more, because even though way less people watched the video till the end and even clicked on the ad, those people were very convinced to buy it because it was very raw, authentic, and they just could believe the ad and resonate so much better. So again, running the same style of ad creatives and also focusing on middle funnel and bottom funnel ads had brought the NCCPA up for this brand, and by focusing on a lot of top of funnel ads and also refreshing the creative style and just bringing the whole range of creatives on board that are currently performing for DTC brands and for fashion brands, we were able to reduce the NCCPA down to only $150 per customer. And because of that, we were able to scale. We increased budgets by 20% every few days. At the same time, the old campaign started performing worse because we didn't add any creatives to that, and that also went just as planned. So we reduced the budgets until we eventually turned them off. And within just 60 days, we were able to scale this new main and super campaign from around $300 per day to $4,600 per day. Another thing that we did is also launching an Advantage Plus campaign on top of it, just with the winning ads from the main campaign, because in that account the classic broad algorithm and the Advantage Plus algorithm were still different, and this way we got more out of the winners. Now I would check if your classic broad algorithm and Advantage Plus algorithm is different or not in your ad account. Currently it's being updated in a lot of ad accounts. So if you just basically start a manual campaign setup and then just leave it broad, don't specify like gender, age range, and so on. If it then says Advantage Plus audience on, the targeting is the same as you would set up an Advantage Plus campaign for targeting. And in that case, I would just like not create this Advantage Plus campaign with the winners, because it would be basically just the same. And then again, just compete against your broad CBO super campaign. But in case your ad account is not updated yet, I would definitely give that a go as well. And as soon as we had the setup, the creative pipeline flowing with a refreshed creative style and with top of funnel ads, literally all we did is just keep going, just keep adding new top of funnel winners to the ad campaign and just learning from all the ads that we launch and implement the learnings for the new ads so that we can keep scaling the campaign. Another thing we did is just making sure that we don't scale too much. So basically you always want to look at, hey, are we actually currently at target NCCPA or target ROAS or not? And you only want to scale when you're better than your target. For example, for this brand, the new customer cost per acquisition target was $200 after those like crazy high $474 before. So we only started increasing the budget once we got the NCCPA down below $200. Now this is how we did it for Perfect White Key. If you want also high performing winning top of funnel ads that will actually enable you to scale your brand with lower NCCPA and higher ROAS, then click the first link in the description and we can talk about it. I might be able to do the exact same thing for you. Otherwise, check out also the other videos in my description where I exactly explain how to run this one CBO campaign structure and also how to transition from whatever you're currently running to this one CBO campaign structure. Keep scaling. Bye.